What is going on? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. So Tennessee, defeats Tennessee last night, 31-14. I just want to say about this game, what a great performance by Joe Milton. Joe Milton really beating all odds. Didn't work out in Michigan, comes to Tennessee, initially wins the job, and then loses the starting job to Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker goes on to have a great year, and then he gets hurt, and then Joe Milton gets his chance last night and really shines. Multiple touchdown passes. He looked confident. He looked composed. He looked like he was trusting his reads and, didn't hold back, slinging the ball and, hit a couple deep balls and then, a couple nice nice touchdown passes on in-breaking routes in the end zone. And I thought it was just a tremendous performance overall by Tennessee. Beasley, number 24, the linebacker, had a really nice game. And you saw that this was a Tennessee team that, despite the loss to South Carolina and the other loss to Georgia, this is a team that really regrouped and looked more so like the team at the beginning of the year. You see, sometimes these teams will lose a couple games and they'll just, really kind of limp into the bowl, and they'll have another lackluster performance. But no, Tennessee really rallied and finished the year strong. So on the Clemson side, Cade Klubnik looks like he'll be a good quarterback who will win some games at Clemson. But man, he looked like a young quarterback. He looked like a true freshman. And I'll elaborate on that a little bit because that's easy to say. But yeah, Klubnik, there's times he puts too much air under a lot of those footballs. I like that he's just not afraid to throw with a defender nearby, but he's got to be careful on some of those hitch routes. Those are gonna get picked off. But yeah, he's a guy that plays with a lot of confidence. Always believe that his team's gonna win. I liked his demeanor on the sideline. He stayed, composed. He kept his guys fired up. So Klubnik, he's going to be a good quarterback for Clemson. I believe that. And he's a tough, good athlete. He's got some good ability. He was a track guy in high school. So he had a nice game. Antonio Williams, the freshman receiver. You see Will Shipley just keeps getting better and better. And now in year two, it seems like Shipley is a guy that's, bulked up. It just keeps improving and, keeps just getting more and more comfortable as a college football running back. So a great game for Shipley. It's a great game for a while. You thought, Clemson gets it 21-14. You thought, here we go. Maybe Clemson's, going to tie this up or, win this ball game. But, Tennessee just they, like they had done early in the game, they just kept control of it, made a few plays. Squirrel White, the receiver, had a really nice game too. I really like what Heupel has done as a head coach at Tennessee. It seems like there's just a new feel around Tennessee, even though did they underachieve by the standard they had set early in the season? Probably, but this is just a nice. It's always nice to rebound and cap off a season with a big Orange Bowl win, and I think Tennessee will continue that momentum next year. We'll see what they do in the SEC. I think they'll be a team that a lot of people will probably pick to finish second, third in the division. They could be that team that some people will say might win might be a surprise pick to win it all next year or make the playoffs. I just wanted to touch on that. Clemson next year, Clemson next year. Like I touched on, Shipley will be back. Klubnik looks like he is going to be the guy, and Antonio Williams. We'll see who else, and I think Miles Murphy and Simpson not being out there on defense hurt them, but the future is still bright. Mukaba, the safety, I think R.J. Mickens will be back. They were without Sheridan Jones at corner. No more Brian Bresee, but that 17, the outside linebacker, looked pretty good. So you got to really like the young talent Clemson has, and they just keep recruiting well. And it seems like they keep finding guys that will compete and guys that will just will fill in as guys move on. So they do, essentially they do reload pretty well. So Yeah, Clemson should be interesting next year. You got to believe they would be the ACC favorites, and Klubnik being the man, Antonio Williams, Turner, number 22, the freshman. You got to think those will be some of his go-to guys, and there might be the talk, is Will Shipley the number one running back maybe in next year's draft class, the 2024 draft? Very, very well could be. So, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Big Time Football Talk. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes and clips from the show. Till next time, peace.